everyone, it is Kathy from Weight and Wellness. So some of you have been looking for some ideas for some quick exercises that you could do while you're at work. So whether you're working from home or at the office, but some things that you could do just right at your desk. So that's what we're going to go through today. I'll go through several different exercises and hopefully you'll find some that would suit you. So first one for triceps can just be a triceps dip. So there's two different ways to do this one. If your chair has armrests, you could just kind of place your hands on the armrest so that you've got that about a 90-degree bend in your elbow, and then you're really using your arms to lift yourself up. And again, nice and slowly. If your chair does not have arms, another option that you could do, as I try not to run the dog over, is, and I would only do this with a very sturdy chair, so not with a folding chair and maybe not with a dining room chair. But scoot towards the edge of your seat, kind of place your hands right at the seat and scoot your body weight off, and then you're just going to dip down like so. So the closer you have your legs to your chair, the easier it is. The farther apart or the farther away you take your feet from the chair, the harder. But either way, you're working your triceps. You can also work your triceps with your band. So what I do typically is like right around the middle of your band, you'll wrap it around one hand, and then with the arm that you're going to exercise, I'll come down maybe about 6 inches from where you have it wrapped. I'll call this hand the anchor, and this one's going to be my exercising one. So my anchor, I usually just keep a bent arm, and that's going to be nice and still. This exercising arm, where it's about that 6 inches away from the anchor, notice I've got that 90-degree bend again at the elbow, and then we're just pulling down and slowly coming back up to that bent arm position. And then when you're ready to switch, an easy thing I do is that with that exercising hand, I now wrap it around so it can become my anchor. This one's already wrapped in place. This will be my exercising one. Notice I already have that 90-degree bend, and then I'm just straightening down in that nice and slow motion. Do that. So that's 3 different options for working your triceps at a desk area. Another one that we could do for the back, they're called pull-aparts. So taking your hands shoulder width apart, straight out in front, you're holding about the middle of the band, and all you're going to do is with a straight arm, pull back to the side. So as you do this, you want to think about using your back muscles to do this motion. So as you can see, something really easy to do just in your own workspace. Another way to work your back is with doing a seated row. So you could just take your band, goes under your feet, and then you're just pulling back. So as you pull back, you're keeping your elbows in. And also as you pull back, think about squeezing your shoulder blades together. If you wanted to do something slightly different, kind of work a little higher up on your back, you could change your grip so instead of just pulling back like so, you would almost make it so that your knuckles are facing forward, palms are facing down, and then you can pull out to the side and higher up. So you're still working your back, you're just working a little higher up than what the seated row does, than what this one does. But again, both those options, you know, if I'm sitting at my desk, I can do them like so, pull up. From here, really easy just to go into a bicep curl. So the band is already under your feet. So you can do that. Some standing ones real quick. Well, actually a couple other ones. With your band, if you just make it into a big loop. Just like that. And the loop can go around the ankle of the leg you're going to exercise. The rest goes on the floor. You'll anchor it with your other foot. Kind of scoot back in your chair so you're supporting your back. And then just doing a knee extension. Again, plenty of room to do, whoops, under your desk, like so. Another exercise can be a seated leg abduction. So again, with the loop, you would just bring it up above your knees, and I usually just kind of hold it in really tight. You could undo your loop, make another one, but if you're just looking for something really quick, I just hold it in tight. Scoot towards the edge of your seat so you have a little bit more room for movement, and then just taking a leg, picking up and going out to the side. And again, plenty of room to do under a desk. And I usually do 10 on one side and then switch to the other leg. And you can adjust tension by just how much slack you want to take away. For a couple standing exercises at your desk, there's always an incline push-up. So you can get your arms about shoulder width apart. Try to keep a nice flat back. And as you lower down to your desk, keeping your elbows in, that's just going to bring in more of the triceps. So like so. Another one real quick, standing one, is just doing a simple squat. So again, just like you're going to sit down in a chair that's behind you and then stand back up. Making sure your body weight's in your heels as you come down. Variation of a squat is a sumo squat. So taking the legs out wide, toes pointing out to the side, maybe about 30 degrees, and just lowering yourself down. As you come down, you just want your knees to be tracking over your second and third toe in that way. Or if you wanted something where you weren't moving quite so much, so if you were on a phone call, on a conference call, you could still keep your loop in. It's going to go around your ankle. The rest goes on the floor. And you can do, I'll switch legs. Oh, there's my helper. So you could do leg abduction, So I just have the band around my ankle, and then I'm anchoring the rest with my other foot. But this, it's still easy if you're on the phone talking, or if you just have to listen to a very long conference call. So you can do leg abduction where the leg is out to the side. And then you could always do a leg curl. So you're just raising your heel up behind you to work your hamstrings. And again, works fine if you're on the phone. And another one is doing a hip extension. So straight leg just gets raised behind you. Like so. You can just use your desk, rest your fingertips just to help with a little bit of balance. And with all of those standing ones that we just did with the band, on your standing leg, you just want to make sure that you have a slight bend in your knee so that you're just not locking out that joint. But all of those are just some real quick, simple exercises to do at your desk, whether you're working from home, working from the office. Set a timer. Even if you set a timer every 30 minutes and just did one of those if you could. Or if you pick an exercise and do it for 30 seconds to a minute. But just trying to fit in movement where you can. I hope some of those exercises work out for you. So stay well and stay healthy.